You say hi?
Hi.
Hi everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and today is going to be a vlog slash chatty vlog for you guys. I'm just going to kind of explain what's going on, and then I'll walk you through our day today. So it's going to be a rough one. These emotions and these feelings are very, very raw right now, and I just want to get things off my chest, fill you guys in on what's going on with the house, and let you know where we're going from here. I heard back from our guy that we're working with for the house, and he said they're not fixing anything. No fixes to the stone whatsoever. He said that, the president and everybody came out, saw the house, didn't see problems with it. And he said they're not going to fix anything. They are going to give us the option to walk away and we'll get our deposits back. So at least there's one silver lining in all of this. We will get our money back. But the thing is, what he was saying in the email, it was clear he didn't read my previous email the day before, talking about, the two sections of stone being grossly mismatched. And I was asking people on Facebook, what the heck happened? Why does the stone look so different? Because it's not just, the quality of the work is different. Yeah, you got all the balls over there. She's knocking all the balls down off the couch, lining them up again. But I was like, what's the deal? And people who have building experience are like, oh man, they really botched this job. What people were saying, and I know this is what happened, is somebody called it boxing, where basically you get these stones on a pallet, and they're natural stones. So, they're taken from the ground. They all look a little bit different, and you get a pallet of them. If you're doing the job right, you purchase as many pallets of stone as you're going to need for the job, and you should know by square footage approximately how much stone you need for the job, and you purchase them all at once and you mix them all up, because each pallet's going to have a lot of variation, and from one pallet to the next it might look way different. And so there's a section of our house, it's the columns and the garage side, and then one of the sides of the house is all done with this first pallet or this first truckload of stone. And then they purchased another set of stone. We went back a different day, there was a whole new pile of stone. It looked like they had run out before the job was done. They delivered a second pile of stone, and the second pile of stone does not match the first pile of stone. So they majorly effed up here. Like, this is a major F up. It's like masonry 101 from everything I've read online, is you purchase all your stone at once so that you don't have this problem. You don't have this effect on the house where it can look totally different. Like right now, how it looks, they look like totally different sets of stone. One is very beige and light toned, one is very gray and deeper gray toned, and there's not very much overlap. And to combat this, you're supposed to mix them all together, so then you'll get the variation through the whole exterior. And this isn't even talking about like all the stuff I talked about in my other video, talking about how terrible everything looked. This is just a total whole new issue that arose after they started using that second batch of stone up on the top part of the house. And I do have pictures of this. I'll link them down below. And so our house looks like there's two different sets of stone on the house. It looks really, really bad. Like, I thought it looked bad before, and now it looks worse. Emailed him like, we've got a serious problem. Like, forget about all the stuff I said before. There's two different sets of stone on our house. Before it was a dispute in quality, mortar, size, it's kind of nitpicky things I was complaining about before. So I sent him the email saying, this is a huge problem. And he wrote me back real quick. It showed that he didn't even look at my email, or basically ignored my previous one email about like, they need to come out here and look at this again. And so I wrote him back, I'm like, dude, I just sent you an email. They need to come out here and look at this again. Like, this is a serious problem. All the stuff I said before was disputable. This is not disputable. This is clearly there's something wrong with how they did this job. And before it was like, can I live with the mortar color? Can I live with the bigger grout lines? Can I live with above that garage section that's got the really stacked, not staggered rows? And once they did the other part, I'm like, we can't stay. We can't just live with it now. And it's heartbreaking for me, because this is really my dream home. Like, everything I could think of about a home, this is it. I wanted the big staircase. Whoa, you dropped some balls. Okay, careful, Libby. That was a little too hard. You showing off? So, like, I wanted the 2-story grand living room. That's you. I wanted the 2-story grand living room. I wanted the big backyard. I wanted the front porch. I wanted all brick or all stone exterior house without the siding. And you know, we paid it for an upgrade for that for this house. It is all brick, and that's not a typical upgrade that you see. Usually there's like half the sides of the house are siding, so you're dealing with like 3 different materials on a house versus 2, and right now we have 2. And so I wanted to be on a cul-de-sac. We're on a cul-de-sac. I wanted a big lot. We have a big lot. I wanted a straight driveway. We're going to have a straight driveway. I picked out all the finishes in the house. So this is really just, I'm totally gutted at this point, having to walk away from the house, but it's too big of an issue. And I keep going back and forth, like, can we live with it? Can we replace it later? And I keep coming back to, it's too big of an issue. We're paying too much money for this house to let something like this slide. I just cannot fathom a president of a company seeing this house, seeing the 2 different colors of stone used, and saying that's okay. I just can't imagine him saying that. So I'm gonna go as my last ditch effort to go talk to the guy today. We're gonna drive up there, we're gonna talk to him and be like, please, I beg you, have them come look at this one more time. They haven't seen it since this new thing has happened, and this is a deal breaker for us. Like, I might have been able to look past the grout issues, but now it's bigger than that. So that's where we're at. We're basically, you know, 1 foot out the door at this point because we just can't live with it. It's too big. And I thought maybe, you know, I could just live with it knowing that the house is mismatched and I could, you know, deal with it. But later on, one day we're gonna try to sell this house. So I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if we're gonna be able to sell it. I got everything I wanted for the house and they're just not gonna fix this one thing. It's Olivia. And so I'm really heartbroken over this. And we're looking in the same kind of area of town. So there's a lot of other houses and we're looking, you know, at the top of our price point, at lower price points, to maybe buy a house in a lower price point and eventually build again based on all the experience we gained from this experience. Especially since we're gonna get our money back for this one, I feel like we could adventure into this again. We'll just make sure the grout's matching. Wait, that's where we're at right now. So I'm pretty sure we're like 99%. Thank you. Who's on my head? Who's that? Polar bear. Yeah. Can I kiss us too? Oh, that was a good kiss, Liv Liv. Thank you. So I'm like 95% sure we're gonna have to walk away. So my plan going forward right now is we're gonna go drive around the entire neighborhood next to it, and see if there's any other stone that looks this bad. And one of the things I want to ask him is like, find me another house that looks this bad and I'll eat my words that it's not that big of a deal. But I have not seen any houses that look like this. Usually when this kind of thing happens, they fix it. And I'm just blown away that they're not even considering fixing it. We've got an appointment with our realtor tomorrow to start looking at the homes in the neighborhood and the neighborhoods right next to it. So we're getting the ball rolling to find house number 2. Let's go on another adventure. This is one of the houses that's for sale here that we'll probably look at. But I'm driving around. I don't see any stone that's even remotely having the same kind of issue. We've been driving around for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. I've got a couple of more neighborhoods to drive through and see. But I'm not seeing the same issues, so, I mean, if it was a normal thing, he's trying to pull it off like it's a normal thing, and they're just not having the same issues. This is another one we're thinking about. We'll go look at this one tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So you can even see the issue on this side where they had the little patch of stuff done on the bottom, and then they started using the second truckload or pallet or whatever of the stone. You can clearly see where it changes to the darker. Yeah, we'll go up in just a minute. So here's the subway tile. Looking good. Still gotta be grouted. It looks good. I didn't realize it would go around the window too. That looks really nice. All right. Window, yeah. And they were, come here. Looks like they finished up some of the edging out here. Looks really good there too. So I talked with our builder. I'll fill you guys in when we get home, but I'm gonna show you guys everything else in here. Okay, looks good. Yeah, they're doing the tile. So there's bathroom. Yeah, Mama's looking at the tile. We're not going up there. He's on his ladder. We can't go up there.
Down.
Yep, now we go down. Got the light fixture in right there. Very nice. Let's see if the light's in over here. They're working on light switches. Oh, that one's in too. This one is wired for a ceiling fan, so there's 2 light switches so you can control the ceiling fan from it.
Down.
Yeah, we're going down. So this would be, you know, a very viable option here. He just, the realtor sales guy just left. He had to go meet with someone else, but he said we could stay and take pictures and look around. And so we're looking around. The bedrooms are much, much smaller, I feel like. But, you know, it's fine. That kind of thing doesn't really bother me. Livia, you have to leave the doors open, sweet pea. So this would be laundry, and I love that. Plenty of storage space. So this would be, gosh, close to 100,000 less than the current house, which for 100,000 less, it's pretty dang nice. So let's go back to the master. We got really beautiful windows. Still have the 2 sinks, separate bathtub, separate shower. The closet's really big. So it's got, you know, a lot of things I'm looking for. A lot of the same coloring with the gray. I like the carpet. I like the walls. I picked out this one because it's very similar. Yeah, Mama's talking to the camera. Can I take your picture? Those are Mommy's shorts. So yeah, I love the coloring of this one. It's very similar to the one we already have. Here are the other bedrooms. This is what I was looking for. So there's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, which is great. So, you know, this room's a very, very small room, or a study. One of them would be scrapbook room. Here's the other bathroom, which I, again, like. That's basically what we've got here. Basically the same kind of coloring. Bedroom's really, really small. That would be what we would be giving up. Like, yeah, you flushed the toilet. Thank you. But cabinetries, beautiful. Everything's beautiful. Baseboards are beautiful. And this is just a 1-story, as you can tell. So I love it. I love the windows. Not so much of a view this time. So come over here, Liv. We get a view of the storage thing. So it's not as good of a view. All right, Liv, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Beautiful door. Oh, there's going to be this last ditch effort that we're going to try, and it is staining / dyeing some of the bricks in the like beige or lighter gray section. We're going to dye some of those the darker gray. So hopefully this fix will remedy the main problem, which is the discontinuity in the 2 sections of the stonework. I don't know if I just said bricks, but I mean stones. I am running on so little sleep, guys. I had a rough night. I just could not go to sleep, and then I could not stay asleep. So I am going to be taking a nap when Liv goes down for quiet time. She might not take a nap, but I'm taking a nap. So this is our last ditch effort. If it looks halfway decent, we're going to keep the house. So first of all, the management has to approve of this. So we're waiting to hear back to see if they'll even approve this. Both our salesperson and our builder were both telling me, you know, this is a thing that they do. They've done it before, and it's not that big of a deal. It's a long-lasting thing. It's not like they're just like painting over the rock. It actually stains the rock. The rock absorbs the color, and so it's a longer lasting thing. We just went to a model home and then visited one inventory home. So after seeing those, I'm definitely convinced that I want to keep our house if we can keep it. So I'm really hoping that they can get this done and we can just put this whole thing behind us and move on to the stair rail issue, which is still an issue, but it's like one thing at a time. And then the light fixtures are upside down, so that's gonna be another step in the process. Those are the kind of things that like happen. A light fixture is gonna be upside down, they just fix it. So that's a smaller fix than the whole exterior of the house having problems. I really feel like we're in limbo right now, just kind of waiting to hear back, seeing if it's even gonna work. If they do choose to do this, we will see. I really appreciated all your comments throughout this. I loved your opinions, you know, if you liked it, if you didn't like the stone, if it was a big deal, if it wasn't a big deal. And I definitely agree with you, Carolyn. Stress definitely contributes to my headache problem. You can turn it back on. I just turned it off so you could save batteries. But it's usually hormonal and stress and something else, and finally just like gets too much for my body and I get sick. So I'm feeling much better now. I think the procedure is going to help a lot. If you guys are interested, I can do a whole migraine video for you guys. It is the next day and I just wanted to kind of wrap the video up. I did hear back from the sales guy. He had sent pictures to the people who had looked at the house previously before the second batch of stone had been put on the house. So he sent them pictures and he was telling them about our building manager's idea to dye some of the stones the darker gray. And so I heard back from the sales manager. The managers are going to come see the house again. So they are in a different area of Texas than us. They're going to come down here and see the house again on Monday. So hopefully they will realize how terrible it looks and they will hopefully fix it. I have slept on this and I feel like we just played outside, so we're both like on the verge of being really sweaty. It's 90 degrees here. Whoa, she's being crazy. So I've slept on this and I looked at the footage from yesterday last night before I went to bed, and that was a really bad idea because I got mad all over again looking at the footage, looking at how sloppy it is and listening to them try to tell me that it doesn't look that bad. Like basically they're like, it's not too awful. And it is that awful. Thank you so much. I do need a drink, you're right. We just made some strawberry lemonade, which is Liv's favorite right now. I'm mad all over again thinking about it and how they're trying to brush it off like it's no big deal when I've looked at the other houses. You know, we drove around the whole neighborhood and we looked at all the other houses. I can't find a single instance of the stone mismatch like this. Give me that. I just can't find another instance of it at all. So I asked them for documentation, for proof that this is something that just happens. I think that's their party line here is, oh, this kind of thing just happens with natural stone. It just happens. Like, you can't plan for it. You can't do better than they did. This kind of thing just happens. So we can't be the only house that this has ever just happened to. But apparently it is. Like, I haven't found any other houses. I've driven around our area over here. I've driven around the area over there. I can't find a single house that has anything even close to this kind of thing where it's two separate batches of stone that don't coordinate. So I'm waiting to hear back, see if they have any other house examples. Houses that have just happened like this. I feel like it's just such a cop-out. Our realtor has given me references for 3 real estate attorneys to see if we have any options here, because I really feel like at the end of the day, they really messed up and they really need to fix their work and they need to stand behind their product. So I keep coming back to I want them to fix it. I feel like they are responsible for this. And it looks bad. It doesn't look like any of the other houses. So I'm really, really interested to see what the management's gonna say. I have a feeling that they wanna come see it because they realize what a botched job it is. And I feel like they're coming to look at it and see if there's any way that they can pass this off as okay. And I really don't think they can. I think they're gonna see the same thing we see, is somebody really messed up. But anyway, I think that's it for this video. I will, keep you guys updated in my future vlogs. We should hear something Monday or Tuesday, but they've said that kind of thing before. So they're definitely coming to look at the house Monday. This is just really, really taking a toll on me at this point. It doesn't look like we're gonna get what we want and what we paid for. So it's just disappointing. But I hope you guys have a great day. I hope your guys' week went way better than our week. But be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.